Welcome. This is a review of Terragen, the software for 3D environments. Okay, so if you are busy with 3D environments or are interested in 3D environments, chances are you are at some point in time going to come across Terragen 4. Okay, for now, so we're reviewing this version, but actually, I don't want to mislead you in terms of review. It's more things that you need to know before you buy. Okay, um, things that by experience I would rather have known before I bought the software. All right. So, what do we have? Let me just start because I don't want to waste your time. I'm going to take you straight to the point. Terragen is undoubtedly, as a software, an amazing piece of work. All right. Terragen here, we come to, say, for example, showcase in films and TV. You are going to notice that for film, well, you will easily recognize the titles. I mean, it's even in Mortal Engines, which is amazing. So that's fantastic. And it's not just in films, it's also on TV. So a lot can be done with this. And honestly, let me just be blunt with you. There are some things you can do with Terragen that I think I didn't see in other software. All right. So, unfortunately, this is as good as it gets. From now on, I'm going to have to share with you stuff about you now, not about the software, it's about you. You are going to want to use the software. Okay, so what will you do? You are going to consider buying it or probably download the free trial and download free down. You can come here and take the Terragen 4 free download, and you have the possibility, I think, to use if I guess like yeah, there's I think they have a free version which is like a PLE version, personal learning edition kind of sort, and you can start playing with it. Okay, you can start experimenting, and you can get some tutorials online, and you're going to Google and find undoubtedly, I'm certain you're going to come across this one more often than another one, Geek at Studio, and he has plenty. Let me just check. I'm not talking about you. I'm not sure if you know, but I'm talking about you, not about the software, not about the tutorials. I'm talking about you. So Terragen, I'll click on this, and then you're going to find plenty of stuff. And he has even some playlists and that you can come here and find. Okay, it's not just him. It's plenty. Okay, you're going to find plenty. And I have generally when there's a remark about a word, there's an asterisk there, and then there's a comment explaining that word and describing it in small fonts, which is kind of hiding it. I don't want to hide this from you guys. Any tutorial that exists as of 2019 is primary school tutorials. This is unique for Terragen for Planetside. Let me repeat this again. It is the only software in the whole galaxy. Okay, so I don't know about if there are any other softwares in Mars, in Venus, or stuff, but in the whole galaxy, the only software for which there are no tutorials beyond primary school. And there is a reason. Now, this is the warning. Before you buy stuff you want to know, should you know this and want to buy it, then you have taken an informed decision. Fine. But you need to know this. The number of people, let's go back here. When we talk about showcase, Terragen in film and TV, go ahead by yourself when I say there's only primary school. Just interface and give you the impression that you are going to be able to do something, and actually you will not be able to do anything really of any quality beyond primary school. Let's put it like this. You're going to get to know the interface. You're going to get to know the, let me just check. I'm just typing on a different screen. Terragen, and I've increased the font a little bit, okay? Terragen tutorial. Let's go videos, okay? Because generally you tend to want to have videos. And you're going to find Vladimir Chopin. When we say Vladimir Chopin, that basically is that Geek at Play, okay? And a nice guy. He has shared most things for free. He's a very nice guy. But now it's not about him. It's about you and your use of the software. Everything you find in here is primary school. It's not about him again. It's not about him. It's everything you find anywhere is primary school. So it doesn't matter who has uploaded it. It doesn't matter who has uploaded. Why am I saying this? Because the people who use Terragen do not make tutorials. It's only the people who do not know a lot about it that make it. I'm not talking badly about those who have uploaded, okay? What I'm trying to say is those, let me go back here, those who come here, just Terragen films, you know the guys who make this stuff for these films? There's just a handful of people in the world. A handful of people for Terragen, just for Terragen. A handful of people. Now go back to the dictionary, please, and check the word handful. How many fingers does a hand have? Right. Okay. Use your both hands. It's okay. That's it. That's all there is. These guys have never, do not, and will never make any tutorials available. Why? Because there is no reason for them to let you compete with them in this. Let me bring even the idea that it's okay with the company, because the company is kind of part of this scheme, part of this thing. The money they would bring from the films is much more than the money they would bring from you by milking you, giving you a software that you are not able to use. And this is by experience, right? I'm sharing a review by experience. If anybody else has a different opinion, um, please give me a shout out and I'll just ask you a simple question. Can you do this? And you will not be able to do it for a simple reason. They don't want to show you. This handful of people, including the makers of Terragen, including the company, do not want to share any knowledge when it comes to anything beyond primary school. Meaning, you can look at the interface, try tweaking. You can do the geek out play style stuff, which is, yeah, you manage to put colors on a terrain which none of which is going anywhere. You can't show it even to your friends, all right, stuff like that. Um, so um, so what is going on? What is going on? There are so many three applications out there, and it is in the interest of the company that the software gets known, gets sold, gets used, and propagates. And the more people use it properly, the more masterpieces are done, the more the software is known. Uh, this is the only exception in the whole galaxy because this handful of people who, by the way, you can just check their ages. Um, they've been around for a while, and they will never, ever, 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 ever. I can keep repeating this word for until you get sick of me. Share anything with you. What you could possibly find is you come here and they think, well, hold on a moment, you are telling nonsense. There's a documentation here. All right, let's look at the documentation. Um, this documentation, my dear, until very recently was insanely outdated, like outrageously outdated, with an infinite number of parameters defined by to be defined, to be defined, to be defined. Meaning the documentation was empty to some extent. Okay, I think probably recently there is some improvement, but this is just like a wiki style, meaning let's go and type something, shall we? We're going to type. Let's get something like get position, get position, something like X Y Z, something like that. The default get position in texture, for example. So you get something like this, a description which does not even tell you how the hell can you use it, when is it used. Um, there's This is the best you can get, by the way. Just what you see in front of you is the best you can get. You have no idea whatsoever what this get position in texture means. There's just this, and yeah, it represents this for that and this for that. Okay, so how do you move from the primary school to whatever other level? The point I'm trying to make here, and I'm taking you back to this screen, is there is knowledge that is not shared with you.